Welcome to New Plymouth Boys High School. I'm the headmaster, Michael McMenamin, and I'm part of a very proud tradition of our school, your school. Or you might remember some of the great teachers that have been at this school. Noel Lynch, J.J. Stewart, Crackety Mac. And you might remember them by their nicknames. Fish, Bot, Podgy Paps, and Yank Kerr. And so let us go for a tour around the school and see if a few memories can come back for you. We'll start at the gates, the memorial gates. And we come into Pridham Hall. For many of you, you'll know it as the Assembly Hall. And you'll see that the photographs from 1882 through to 1982 are displayed proudly around the wall. On the honours board we have the duxes of the school through the years, right up to 1982. We also include the head boy and the captain of the first 15 and first 11. Some of the famous names that are in the history of our school are also displayed on the wall beside Pridham Hall. Our All Blacks, some of the great captains, Graham Murray, John Graham, Reuben Thorne, some of the great stars, Mark Donaldson, Neil Wolfe, and the more modern rugby players. We also have our artists, cricket players, men who have represented New Zealand in a variety of sports. And there is Moy's Pavilion, and the top field remains for cricket, overlooked by the beautiful Pridham Hall, or the old Assembly Hall. And we take a swing now down to the bottom of the school, and we're going to look at the gym. This is the Memorial Gym, built in 1982. And this is the Centennial Gym, built in 1982. The gym does not really meet the needs of the boys, and certainly doesn't meet the needs of the PE staff. We desperately need a new sports facility. Part of the facilities that we need to improve are the space for our PE staff, and you can look in here and you can see the lack of space that there is for a large department. And here we have McNaught Field, and swinging around to the old gym. And this is the old gym. We've been very lucky with the donation of equipment for weights, and the weights room is basically the old gym nowadays. Built in 1937 with old boys funds after the previous gym had been burnt down. As we go past the swimming pool and we get to the top level of the school again, past the boarding complex, we come then to the dining room. Dining room is still the same as it always has been, and we move then around to Ryder Hall, and there is the tree planted in 1975. Ryder Hall is a magnificent auditorium. It is used for drama as well as gatherings of the school for assemblies. And some of the great men, Hatherley, Barrack, Martin Donnelly, and most probably our greatest old boy, Ronald Syme. And down the wall are the previous headmasters, and the head boys are displayed. Now all the photos from 1982 on are displayed in Ryder Hall. We have our knights. We have 13 men that have been knighted, 13 old boys, and we have wonderful reunions for them and gatherings of our famous old boys. So for assemblies, we have the head boy who will call the school to attention. And then the headmaster will deliver his speech, listened attentively by 1,250 boys, hanging on every word of wisdom. This is a new area for the school. It's just before you get to the gully, and beside the memorial block for music, we have built a new building, and it is for languages and cooking and overseas students. And here, of course, is our famous gully. No other school in New Zealand has anything like this, and some of the great games that have been played on the gully are part of the legend of the school. We swing around and we see the art room, and this is the science quad and the library. Above the library is still our computer suites, but these days, with the school being wireless, boys are beginning to bring their own devices to school. The bell, down past the gully, and swinging around to the boarders' lounge. And here is the dining room, still identical from earlier days. In its heyday, 380 boys were inside this dining room. We now have 180 boarders. Talking of the boarding, this is just a brief view of Moy's. In Moy's house, we have Moy's and Carrington, and of course Pridham was burnt down. Part of the strong tradition of the school is the placement of photos around the walls, and photos of teams and boys. And so any old boy, it's important that we keep the tradition with photographs displayed. And all old boys are most welcome to return. I'd be delighted to show you around and to reminisce in your school.